Hi. Disclaimers up front. These are my thoughts and opinions, and I swear now I have to emphasise the first disclaimer there. I'm not the person to go to for, factual information about this. This is literally my thoughts and opinions because I don't know. I don't know if it's workoutable, to be fair. I'm like, literally, I've never heard such a bag of bollocks in all my entire life. Anyways. So yeah, I still am out away from my desk, but I couldn't not do a video on this. So, yeah. So Itchy Ballsack has basically said that he is going to raise a nation without smokers. Right. Now, I assume this is, again, I'm not your facts person. I'm pretty sure that there's Labour, they're all the same fucking wings of the same bird. But yeah, the Tory party conference, I believe it's on, or has been on. I'm not quite sure. Don't follow this stuff. They drive me nuts. My niece sent me, hi baby. My niece sent me a TikTok yesterday of Itchy Ballsack doing this speech. And oh my God. Literally, it was so fake. I mean, obviously, it's just somebody standing up there and saying some words that are written down on a piece of paper for them that were put together by somebody else, a think tank or whatever, right? Like they don't. Richie Sunak doesn't sit there. Richie, my niece called him Ricky, whatever the fuck his name is, yesterday. Now I'm calling him Richie. Itchy Ballsack, mate. That's his name. Yeah, and he looks like one too. That's such a... My thoughts and opinions, disclaimer. Anyways, so he has come out and written off these words. And like I said, it was so fake. He's there reading off these words and he's pulling this on any face. He's like, it's like, plebs. Oh, let me look after let me govern you. Shall I govern you? Shall I govern you? Shall I do it so you don't have to think for yourself, so that you've got no modicum of control over your own fucking life and you all go mental? Shall I do that? Shall I? Fucking twat. Anyways, disclaimer, I swear. My thoughts and opinions. Anyways, and there was this woman, and now I don't know who anybody is. Obviously, I know Itchy Ballsack. This woman she looked pissed off to fuck. She just sat there slow clapping like this, like literally everything but an eye roll. She just looked like she was thinking, you are talking bollocks, you piece of fucking tard. Like she, go you, Itchy. I don't know, she might have been super up his own arse. She might have given him blowies in the toilet in between lines of coke. You never do know. Who knows what goes on in there? Well, we know that coke goes on in there, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. Us smoking, right? The plebs having a vice to get us through the day, not allowed. Stamping that out. Stamping it out, George Floyd style, mate. But then sniffing in their place of work, perfectly okay. Oh, should we let them? Should we though? Yeah, let's go. Oh, bless them. They deserve a little bit of sniff, don't they, like? Anyway, so Itchy Ballsack has said that now the age where you can legally buy cigarettes is going up a year every year. And in his superior brain, or the brains of the people who put it down on paper for him to read out, this is going to sort of... So let's just look at it. So I don't know what the legal age to smoke is at the minute. Let's say it's 18. When you're 18, well, let's say it's 21. Let's go big style, big boy numbers. You know what I mean? The age that you are 21, key to the door, never been 21 before. Let's say 21, right? So they're going to raise that age next year to 22. And the year after that, it'll be 23. If that's it. I mean, if it's 16 now, it'll be 17 and 18. When you get to 21, anyway, that is the age where somebody is a fucking adult and you can't tell them apart from other people, other adults. Yes, they might have a little bit less bum fluff. Not me, obviously. You know what I mean? They might have less wrinkles, this, that, and the other. They could be born blessed. Somebody goes into the shop at the age of 35 in a couple of years. They've had an easy life. They've spent a fortune on fucking skincare. And they can't get fucking served cigarettes because they look 5 years younger than they are. Like, are they going to train all of the shopkeepers and shop workers how to identify a 32-year-old from a 30-year-old or a 34-year-old? Are you on crack? It's got to be on crack. There's more than fucking coke getting sniffed in the Houses of Parliament, mate. Literally, what the genuine fork do they think is going to come from this? And they're all like, oh, we're going to get a whole generation. We don't allow them to smoke. We're going to grow up with one generation. We're going to grow up with non-smokers. Nobody's going to smoke. A, bollocks. But B, this is my whole thought. If we just, one generation didn't teach them exactly the same as every single generation has always been taught, homeschool, you know what I mean? Just let kids have their own fucking thoughts. That is how we change this world. That is why Itty Ballsack is also saying that he wants children now to have to be in school till they're 18 doing English and everything that they've hated since they started school. That is going to 18 because we had that little point where they do start to think, hold on a minute, I'm a grown up now. And it's like, no, you have to. So they've got, I don't even know if I've got it open, but it was something like 195 hours extra a week with teachers. Not with their parents, not with their siblings, not with their friends. 195. So with our advanced British standards, students will spend at least 195 hours more with a teacher. Now, I'm not particularly fond of the teaching profession. I used to want to be a teacher when I was younger. Also wanted to be a journalist. Two things that I'm really fucking glad I didn't do because I don't respect either, right? Teachers teach kids what teachers are paid to teach kids, no matter whether they agree with it or not. I know I've talked to teachers about this in the past before I took my son out when my ex is a teaching assistant. So, you know, like you facilitated conversations between me and the people that I wanted to speak to. And they're like, no, you can't do no. I don't agree with it either, but I've got to teach it because it's on the fucking curriculum. Do you realise how fucking pathetic that makes you sound? Do you mean? It's the whole moon landings thing. Oh, of course we landed on the moon. Too many people will have had to have been in on it. Teachers, the medical profession, the last 3 years. Point proven, mate. People do and say and go along with things that kill people to pay their fucking mortgage. And when none of us got a backbone. Anyway, shut your face, carry on. Shut your fucking face. So, yeah. So, literally, once again, fucking over kids, right? Now, obviously, I'm like, well, how can you, and what's it about? Now, I am thinking, because obviously a lot of people are talking about this right now. So with anything like that, it's like, right, what else are they saying that hasn't made the news, that isn't pantomime ridiculous? Because this whole fucking thing is pantomime level of ridiculous. So it's like, right, well, what else did they do quietly on a smaller stage, sliding round the back while everybody's going, you can't fucking do that, we're smoking. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry if I'm not making much sense, by the way, because I'm still in this bad space. But I'm hoping if you lose me anywhere, please feel free to point out if I've got off on tangents. Don't know where my head is in at the minute, right? So they're changing O levels because they do that. You know, it's like changing the names of countries so that we forget who we've been to war with. You know what I mean? Who's like, and do you know what I mean? Just bollocks, rewriting history. So scrapping A levels and T levels, I didn't even know there was such a thing as a T level, by combining them into the advanced British standard. Oh God, I'm so ashamed to be British right now. Right, so back to the smoking thing. So I'm like, why is this wanting to push people into vaping? Because obviously the cotton fucking candy and toffee apple and fucking strawberry and fucking sugar donut, it's like, you see kids, you know, Brad and his cloud of lies, you know what I mean? You think you're coming around to a sexy little coffee shop and it's just some kid vaping, and it's mainly kids that do it because they're kids fucking flavours, right? Well, sugar donuts, always nice. A little bit of not a lover of fruity flavours, especially not when you're smoking the bastard. Anyways, right, so they're saying that basically the reason that they're doing this is because of cancer and health problems, because we can't make a decision based on our own health, which the last 3 years has proven. Follow Dr. John Campbell, mate. The proof is coming out and it's damning. Like, please don't get any more. Anyways, so they have proven that they don't give a shit, right? Now let's go back go back to late 2018, beginning of 2019, aftermath of my mum's final flu jab. R.I.P. I was smoking by then, and I was outside the front of the hospital having a fag. Massive sign up there stating, you know, like 100% safe and effective, this is where they pull fucking numbers out of their arse, stating as fact that vaping was 95% safer than smoking cigarettes. Now, let's see what this dude has to say. Vaping isn't a safe alternative, yet the sweet-smelling plastic steam machines are rife. Vaping is a relatively new phenomenon, and sorry, and the long-term health effects are still not fully understood. So how come 4 years ago you could say it was 95% safer, and now you're saying you don't know, right? There is ongoing research to assess the potential long-term risks, including the development of chronic health conditions. They didn't know whether, they still don't know whether they cause chronic health conditions. Yet they were touting it as 95% safer than smoking cigarettes. Vaping has been associated with various adverse health effects, including lung injuries, respiratory problems, and cardiovascular issues, he notes. Some of the chemicals found in vaping aerosols can be harmful when inhaled into the lungs. If a smoker takes approximately 15 puffs of a cigarette before putting it out, then we can safely assume that a 600 puff disposable vape is equivalent to around 2 packets of cigarettes. Some reports suggest young people can get through as many as 7 vapes a week, equivalent to 14 packets of cigarettes. Right, you know who isn't going to go without cigarettes? The Tory party. The Tory party's family and friends. Obviously, all of them older than fucking 14 now, and if the kids want to smoke, they'll buy the kids fucking cigarettes as well, because they've got the fucking money to get it from anywhere. Also, so we've got it makes no sense to me. If it makes sense to you, please help it make sense to me, how it's going to be policed when they've got that age of legality up to it'll be in the 20s in a decade. By the time we get to 2030, it'll be indistinguishable. What are they saying, that you won't be able to buy cigarettes without, I don't know, digital ID or something like that, maybe? Maybe that's where it's leading. I don't know. It just sounds like a massive bag of bollocks because it is unpoliceable unless, like I say, you've got some kind of digital ID that you swipe that and it will automatically know that you're safe and whatever. Who the fuck knows? But they're not factoring into the equation Auntie Cheryl and Uncle Dave, who go to Lanzarote twice a fucking year and bring back their duty free. Or are they going to stamp down on that as well? I don't know. But people will get cigarettes for people who want cigarettes. Like, this has been done. When I was a child, we would, you know, like, there'd be one person and we collect our money. Every generation's done it. You all collect your money, you all give it to some dangerous big boy who goes and gets you a packet of 10 fags, and then they even still do 10s now, and you all have one, and you know, like, somebody's the designated keeper, and that was me, and I got bollocked by my mother, but thankfully she didn't make me smoke them all at once. But yeah, so, like, you know, like, it's what kids do. And obviously kids ain't allowed to be kids. Kids ain't even allowed to be their own sex these fucking days. Do you know what I mean? We have just fucked kids over forever. Once I was that person being fucked over by them, obviously, but by my parents, for them knowing no better. We know better now. Do you know what I mean? They are being glaringly obvious with the fact that they are fucking us over and that they are just boot on the neck level of government. It's like, you will do what I say. You know how I said? The patriarchy. You will do as I say. Otherwise, when I get home from work, you're getting a pasting. Whereas the matriarchy, the future, fuck them off. The matriarchy will be like, right, okay, well, you want to do this. Make sure you've got this packed, that packed. Make sure you've got clean underwear on in case that happens to you, and don't forget to take a coat. That is the difference between the matriarchy, which is the future of this planet, and the patriarchy, which has currently got us all by the neck with their fucking boot. So which do you fancy? Because the matriarchy, we're getting up and we're getting ready to go. If you have any thoughts on this, please feel free to leave comments. Basically I'll leave it there. But thank you for being with me. If you stuck with me till the end, I owe you a bevy and a fag outside, because fuck you. And thank you. If you've not subscribed to me, please subscribe to me. If you have subscribed and you want a badge, give me your deets, I'll fashion you a badge. And if you go out and want to be a sub buddy, that sounds kinky, doesn't it? Go get me another subscriber and I'll fashion you a badge for that too. One day we will all meet up and we will all fucking have a right old riot. Not riot, obviously, because we have been bred wrong. They tell us that the only way to, and obviously it's what we're taught in school, the only way to do it is like with massive uprisings. That's not how this is going to work. It's a spiritual war, and we're already winning, which is why they are coming out with things that are so blatantly bullshit, because they're scared. They're running scared. Literally look at Rishi Sunak when he was telling about it, literally fake as fuck. Look at him speak to you, and then look at me speak to you, and just ask yourself, who really is on my side? Because I can promise you for now, it's fucking me, alright? Anyways, I shall hopefully be back soon. I do have quite a list of videos that I need to do when I'm feeling a bit better. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and never forget that I love you.